What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Final One here, and today, like I promised, I said I would be getting animated Jazz, and I am so happy to deliver this to you guys. I have in my hands Transformers animated Jazz. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to show you guys this figure. You have no freaking clue how excited I am to show you guys this figure. Like all I said, like all I do with all my animated figures, I cannot tell you how excited I am to show this to you guys. So, first things first, animated Jazz, just a freaking awesome mold that they had for this guy. I just think this is absolutely amazing. I'm dealing with new terrain myself because I've never owned this character. This is actually the first copy that I've gotten. I currently own it on, today's the 21st of October. So this is the first Jazz that I've ever received. So I'm really excited to show this to you guys. So animated Jazz. Let's start things off with the fact that this guy just screams G1 to me. Just absolutely screams G1 to me. Like, for example, you have the Autobot logo on front, and you have the blue and red stripes. Now, for those of you who don't know, Jazz had blue and red stripes in the beginning, when they were still back on Cybertron, and he was not looking like this. But it was so cool. So I feel like Jazz, I feel like animated Jazz is this mode is basically an if animated had a Porsche 911. So this is so awesome. By the way, that squeak that you heard just a second ago was my foot rubbing up against my desk. So, also, if you notice, there are a few Transformers back there. I had to move some stuff into the house because it's freezing up here. But I'm coming up here, freezing my butt off for you guys. So, you know, don't question it. So, anyways, animated Jazz, just amazing character. Just the way he looks. If you want to even go even more G1, these sections here, they do fold up due to transformation, because he has no tail wing. And if you really want to do more G1, you can give him his tail wing by remedying said problems. So you can do that by giving him his tail wings, sort of. I mean, doesn't really do anything different, but it's still amazing character. So, without further... Oh, before I forget, let's do a couple comparisons. Here he is with animated Ratchet. And here he is with animated Bumblebee. Elite Guard Bumblebee, excuse me. So now I got two members of the Elite Guard, Jazz and Bumblebee. But yeah, here we go. So, alright, now let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's! Alright, so, first thing you're going to want to do is these back sections here, you're going to want to take them and lift them, or take them and basically bring them down like that, and then fold out the foot, or flip out the foot, I should say. More like, if it'll go. Come on. There we go. Gotta get a good grip on it. And then split them, and there's the legs. And as you can see, that's pretty simple for the legs. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but still, that's pretty dope. And I say that, and I'll tell you why in a moment. So, then you're going to want to take these sections here. You're going to want to take them, untab them, bring them out, and take this section and rotate it back. And take these and rotate them back as well. Okay, and then fold that in until you hear a soft click. Okay, and then do the same thing on the other side. Take that, rotate that around, rotate that, rotate this, take these in, rotate to a small click, and then take this whole front section and fold it down until you hear a click. Come on, there we go. And then this piece here, this will turn into the false chest, and then pretty much just rotate the arms all the way that you think, pretty much just all the way that you think they should rotate, and then rotate them around just so they go flush with the body. And here you have animated Jazz in his robot mode. And I have to say, the robot mode complements the vehicle mode. I just cannot tell you guys how excited and freaked out I am that I am showing you guys an animated Jazz figure. So, for his weapons, he does come with two sets of nunchucks, as the Cyber Ninjas are, which do store in the tailpipe. So, pretty much, here's one of his weapons. Now, to get this in his hand and posable, you have to kind of loop the string around, or get the string inside that loop of his hand, and then push it up, and then he can hold on to it. So, pretty much, just, this one's kind of loose. Seller did not tell me that this was loose, but I'm not gonna criticize him for it. So, but take this, loop it in his, or get it in that loop of his hands, and then just do that. And there you have Jazz with his nunchucks. And I really think that, here's the thing, I really like the introduction to the Cyber Ninja, like all the way up until the beginning of season 3. Like, the beginning of season 3 of animated was when they really started to get into the Cyber Ninja stuff. And so, because Prowl is a master of it, he has the nunchucks, which pretty much are just amazing. He's amazing with these things in the show. So I just cannot say how much I really like this figure. I do have two slight nitpicks. One of them's more of a pet peeve, but I can get over it. It's the hollowness in the leg here. Like, if I can shove my finger up here and it still has room to move, I think that's a little bit of a problem there. Another problem is that this does not, like, his chest piece does not lock into place very securely, so it will move around. That's the unfortunate part, but other than that, just absolutely gorgeous figure. I like the look that they were going for animated Jazz. Like, I really do like the look that they had going for him. Like, they had this kind of a, you know, hey, everything is cool, man. You know, everything's cool in the neighborhood, you know. But, so, let's get down to the comparisons one more time. Here he is with animated Elite Guard Bumblebee. Deluxe animated Elite Guard Bumblebee, at least. So, you can see there's a big scale difference here. So, here we have that one. And because this is the only other Autobot of animated that I have up here, animated Ratchet. And as you can see, he's big. He's bigger than Jazz. Here's what I like about animated is that they nailed the scale proportions, except for a couple figures, but those figures were easily overlooked for it. So I'm not going to complain too much about it, but yeah, here he is with animated Ratchet, and they just knocked scale proportions in this one out of the park. So yeah, yeah, this is a really character. I dig it. But so I really cannot stress the fact how much I really love this figure. So as for his articulation, he does come with ball joints and swivels on the legs. So he has a swivel at the knee, which can go that direction, and he does have the rotation here because they are on a ball joint. I kind of like to have him in the splits position because it kind of gives him that, you know, it kind of gives him that Cyber Ninja look. So I like to have him in that position. So also for his articulation, his arms are on a ball joint, so you can get a whole bunch of movement. His biceps do have a swivel, so you can rotate full 360. He does have a double jointed elbow, but that's more for transformation more than anything. His waist does have an articulation point, so it can rotate that direction and do a full 360 as well. So that's nice. His head is on a ball joint, but due to the neck and the chest being where they are, he does not get very much range of movement. So you can do a full 360 with his head. He can pretty much look up that far and look down that far. So not gonna cry about it. Another thing that I like about this character that they just absolutely nailed was the light piping. I don't have a miniature flashlight to show you guys what happens with the light piping because I'm a cheap cheapskate. Sorry, the word couldn't come to my head, but yeah, because I'm a cheapskate. But I still think they just nailed this character. I cannot stress to you how enough they nailed this character. Now, if you do want, before I forget, there were two repaints of this mold. I think there might have been a third for another exclusive that they did, but I don't know. So, but this guy, if you there were two of them for this guy specifically, and then there was another one that was a Comic-Con exclusive, and it was kind of hard to get a hold of that set. I think that set now goes for like $500, which is the Stunticons, the Motormaster and the Stunticons. This guy, I believe he was Knockout, or no, not Knockout. He was either Streetwise or I can't remember the other name. Crap. It'll probably come to my head tomorrow, and I'll think, oh, I should have put that in my review. But for those of you who do know, put it in the comments down below, and I'll probably remember it then. But this guy just absolutely knocked me out of the park, or knocked it out of the park, and they blew me away with it. I cannot stress to you enough how awesome this guy is. I know I've been saying that the whole time, but I can't stress to you how awesome he is. So, if you want to get yourself an animated Jazz for yourself, you can always check out Big Bad Toy Store, but I don't think they have him in stock anymore. I don't think they have any animated figures in stock anymore. If you do want this character, you can always check out eBay, LetGo, Mercari, OfferUp. You can always check those places, but there's no guarantee that you'll find him. I managed to get this guy for a decent price of $16. I think that was a fair price due to the fact that even though he didn't have his box, I wasn't going to pay anything more than $16 for this guy, because originally this guy was $12. So yeah, I did manage to get this guy for a pretty good price. If you want any other renditions of Jazz, you can probably look them up on eBay or Amazon. On Amazon, this guy goes for about $40 US, but that's brand new, in package, and all that other stuff. So about $40 US, I'd say that's an okay price. I mean, I'm not saying that's perfect price, but you know, that's okay price. For brand spanking new. I got this guy used, so I'm not going to cry about the price I paid for him, because I think it's a good price. So, anyways, that's it for now. The next review you guys will be seeing is the Transformers Last Night Hot Rod review. So, please stay tuned for that, and this is your homeboy Thomas 101 saying goodbye for now, and don't forget to keep playing with them toys.